Hi guys, we're going to make up deviled eggs today. Now, really simple recipe, absolutely scrummy, and these are perfect if you've got Thanksgiving, Christmas, a little party and you want something as a starter. They look good, they taste good, so give them a go. So first of all, I'm just going to go through the ingredients. Now, I've got 6 large eggs. Now what we're going to do is just hard boil those. Then we're going to use this sort of mixture to mix with the egg yolk. So I'm going to use 1 teaspoon, that's a small spoon, of Dijon mustard. Now you could use English mustard if you want, but I find Dijon's got a little bit more flavour. 1 teaspoon of cider vinegar, and then 3 tablespoons, which is the bigger spoon, of mayonnaise. I'm using light mayonnaise. So that goes in the bowl with the yolks, gets all mixed up, and that's your simple mixture that's going to go back in the egg. And then I've got some paprika, which we're just going to use at the end, dress it all up, give it a little bit of a flavour, and you've got something wonderful. So what I'm going to do first of all is go over to the hob, and we're going to start by hard boiling the eggs. Now for hard boiling these eggs, I've just got a pan of water there. It's cold water. I mean, obviously you can do them as you normally do them, but this is the way I'm going to do them. So I'm just going to put 6 eggs in there, like that. And switch the heat on, and what I'm going to do is bring them up to a boil. Once they come to a boil, I'm going to let them simmer, and I'm going to leave them to simmer for about 7, maybe 8 minutes, and then what we can do is turn them off, and then we can just run under cold water, or you can take them out and put them in ice water if you want. So I've got my eggs, and they should be hard boiled by now. Now I'm going to place mine in a bit of ice water, but like I say, if you haven't got ice, then don't worry. Just tip out the hot water and just run them under the tap for a minute or so till they cool right down. So put those in there. I'd say leave them for, a couple of minutes until they cool down where you can actually handle them. Now for peeling the eggs, I mean, I'm not an expert at peeling these, but I'd say crack them all the way around like that. And they come off fairly simple. Like that, lovely. You can always run them under cold water if you want, just to make sure there's no eggshell. But there you go, 1 egg, all done. Do the same with the rest of them. So now I've shelled the eggs. Now what I'm going to do is cut them lengthways in half, and then gently with a spoon, just scoop out the yellow yolk, and we're going to mix that in a bowl and add the rest of the ingredients. Right, just got the last 2 there, so pop those out. Now, I've got my mixture there, so what we want to do is just kind of get a fork, just sort of mix it up a little bit, break it down, like that. Lovely! So let's go in with the mayonnaise, the light mayonnaise. You don't need to use full fat. Got the cider vinegar. And then we've got this Dijon mustard. Now obviously if you wanted to, you could use a bit of crab. You could, mix a little bit of salmon. It's entirely up to you what you add into this. But I'm just going to keep it a little bit more like a classic really. Now let's add some salt. Better take the top off. That's it. And I'm going to use some ground black pepper. Like that. Grab me fork and again give it all a mix up. Now it's a good idea at this point, just taste it, a little bit of seasoning, so just grab a little bit, taste that, see how it is. Nice. Just make sure you've got enough salt in there, because that's probably the one thing you do want to make sure you got just enough. But that is absolutely delicious, and that mixture is ready to go back in the eggs now. So let's grab the eggs. We've taken the yolk out and we'll reassemble it and make them look delish. So I've got my eggs there and I've got the mixture in the background. Now let's just put this together. So I mean, you could do this for a piping bag if you wanted, if you want to make it look, really professional, but I kind of like the rustic look. So I'm just going to spread this out between all the eggs. Try and make sure there's enough in each one. Squash it down a little bit. And you can just tidy it up and you'd have some really wonderful deviled eggs. So I'll just carry on and do the rest. Right, just got the last bit here. Now, didn't quite have enough for that one, so make it disappear. Anyway, got me deviled eggs there. Now we need to put a little bit of paprika on there. So if we just sprinkle a bit of this. Like that. Ooh, looking good. Now obviously you can scale this up and you can do much more eggs as you want. Do make sure you add the little paprika at the end because it really gives it a nice smoky flavour. It's beautiful. There we go. Deviled eggs. That's a classic recipe. Obviously you can add bacon, you can add crab, you can add a bit of salmon. Do what you want, but absolutely delicious. Thanks for watching my videos. Before I go, let's try one. Oh, there you go. I'm going to try that one there. And lovely. Go with some really nice crusty bread if you want it, but you know, if you want to keep it keto style, so if you're trying to be on a keto, you know, diet, then don't obviously add the bread. But that is a lovely, simple recipe, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching my videos. Hope to see you soon. The original Naked Chef.